What's up, everybody? This is Danny Mathematics here with another example to explore. And today, guys, I want to go over example 10 of how to solve rational equations where we're solving for the value of x that will make this whole equation true, right? So we're trying to figure out, guys, what is the value, or what can the value of x be to make this whole equation true, to make this whole equation true. That's what we're trying to find out, guys. What is the value of x that will make this whole equation true? All right. Now, remember, guys, whenever we're adding and subtracting fractions, the fractions must have the same denominator, right? This fraction, 5x over 6, has a denominator of 6. 1/2 has a denominator of 2. 1/3 has a denominator of 3, right? So remember, guys, we need to figure out what is the LCD, or the least common denominator, right? Well, I know for a fact, guys, that 6 is a multiple of 2 and 3, right? And 2 times 3 is 6. So if that's the case, guys, we're going to set 6 as the, let me see, are we going to do that? Yes, we're going to set 6 as the common denominator, right? We're going to set 6 as that, the least common denominator. The least common denominator is 6, right? Because if I make this become 6 and this denominator becomes 6, right? It will be the same, right? To where we can actually add. So yes, the least common denominator we're going to use is 6, because 6 is both a multiple of 2 and 3. So what we're going to do is, guys, we're going to multiply everything that we see by 6, okay? Which is the least common denominator. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to have 6, parentheses 6, times the first expression, which is 5x over 6. Okay, minus, same thing, I got to multiply this 1/2 by 6 by the LCD of 6 over 1/2 equal 6 times 1/3, right? Okay, now let's go ahead and continue on. 6 times 5x is 30x, so that's now going to be 30x over 6. Okay, 6 times 1 is 1, so that's going to be 6 over 2. I'm sorry, 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 1 is 6, so that's going to be 6 over 2. That's going to be 6 over 2. 6 times 1 is 6, so that's going to be 6 over 2. Equal 6 times 1, once again, that's 6, so that's going to be 6 over 3. So far, guys, we have 30x over 6 minus 6 over 2 equals 6 over 3. 30x divided by 6 is actually 5x. So 30x divided by 6 is actually 5x. Minus 6 over 2 is 3. 6 divided by 2 equals 3. And then 6 over 3 equals 2. Okay? Now, guys, we have this particular equation, right? Where we have 5x minus 3 equals 2, right? Now, what we're going to do is, guys, we're going to move all of our constants, or our numbers, to the opposite side, to where 5x is on the side by itself, right? So in order to do that, guys, we got to move this -3 over here, and the opposite of saying -3, or the inverse of saying -3, is +3 or +3. So I'm going to add 3 to 2, okay? So now, ladies and gentlemen, I have 5x equals 5, okay? If 5x equals 5, if we divide by 5, which is the coefficient, right? Then we know that x is going to equal 1. X is going to equal 1. Okay, actually, let me just make 1 be like this. X is going to equal 1. So once again, guys, this is our final answer. This is the value that x could be in order to make the equation true. So this value right here, guys, makes the radical equation true. Okay? It makes the equation true. Now, let's just try that, guys. If x was actually 1, so we're going to actually try that out so I can actually prove that. So now we're going to prove that x equals 1 will make this whole equation true, right? So remember, we're going to plug in 1 as x, so that's going to be 5 times parentheses 1. Remember, 1 is x over 6, right? Minus 1/2 equals 1/3. Okay? All right. Now, 5 times 1 is this 5. So that's going to be 5 over 6 still. So now we still have 5 over 6. Okay? Minus 1/2. Right? Still equals 1/3. Okay, remember, guys, in order for us to subtract fractions, they have to have the same denominator. 6 is a multiple of 2. And for me to make 2 become 6, all I have to do is multiply by 3, the numerator and the denominator. So now we're going to have 5 over 6 minus 1 times 3 is 3, and 2 times 3 is 6. Okay? 5 minus 3 is 2. So that's going to be now 2 over 6. Okay? And remember, guys, if we simplify 2 over 6, if we divide by 2, right? And we divide by 2, top and bottom, 2 divided by 2 is 1, and then 6 divided by 2 is 3. So that lets you know, guys, that this made this whole equation true. Right, so that is true, guys, because 2 over 6 equals 1/3, and that's how we can prove that this is true, right? So this is direct proof that if we plug in x equals 1, that'll make the whole equation true. Thank y'all so much, guys, for tuning in. Talk to y'all next time.